Good evening, friends. Welcome to our Friday night Kirtan and Stories. Dr. Michelle here with you this evening. It's my joy to be with you. Let's start tonight with a prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Friend, Beloved, God, Great Masters, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Shri Yukteswar, Beloved Guru Paramhansa Yogananda, all saints, we lovingly bow before you. Awaken within us our own soul call to know thee. Awaken within us our heart's love and yearning. We are ever thine. Be thou ours. Om. Peace. Amen. Good evening, friends. Tonight I thought we would, our theme this evening is soul call. Yogananda spoke often about how we must engage all of our heart's longing and yearning for God if we are to know him. And we all have that yearning inside, but sometimes in the busyness and craziness of our lives, we lose touch with that a little bit. And particularly in what Yogananda called the jungle of civilization and the craziness with that. Henry David Thoreau said, we must learn to reawaken and keep ourselves awake. How do we do that? How do we spark that devotional yearning and our own soul call? And there's lots of different ways. Last week, just ending a week ago, was Spiritual Renewal Week up at Ananda Village. And being there was certainly a wonderful way to awaken that devotional yearning with the inspiring talks and the wonderful music and satsang. And, we can all do that on a lesser scale in our own lives by coming to services and taking classes, going up on retreats at the Forest Hermitage or elsewhere, tuning into programs like this, chanting on our own. All of these things can be helpful. And Swami Nirmala this past week released a couple of recordings on the power of music to change our consciousness. And as I know many of you have heard, Yogananda chanted his cosmic chants until what he called spiritualized, until he received that divine contact and infused the spirit of that, the inspiration of that, into the chant itself, so that whenever we chant these deeply, we can get in touch with that inspiration ourselves. As many of you know, I recently recorded a CD as a fundraiser for our Ananda Sacramento Forest Hermitage called Soul Call, and this is a copy of one of them right here. It's got 12 of Yogananda's cosmic chants and almost 80 minutes of music, and it's available for sale now in the church boutique. And really the goal of these chants, as I said, is to help awaken and deepen our soul call for God. And on this CD, I'm doing much as I do here on Friday nights, playing on the harmonium and singing and chanting with the harmonium. And I think this is a really great album for listening to if you're going to go into meditation or you just want some very calming, spiritualizing music in the background. And special thanks to Alan for a couple of tracks where he's got drums, and Chaitanya for doing all of the recording patiently with me and helping me to put that together. So what I thought I'd do tonight is play a few of the songs, so a few of the chants that are on that CD, but sort of enliven it with some stories and inspiration from Yogananda and Swami Kriyananda. And what I'd like to do is just have a short minute or two of meditation at the end of each of the chants tonight, really to let those chants take us into a deeper place and to just feel that for a minute before we go into the next reading and chant. And then we'll have a longer 5 to 10 minute meditation at the end this evening. So I want to start with reading from a writing that Swami Kriyananda published in 2011 called Whisper to God. And I'm picking up in the middle of this reading. He says, "There is, however, a good reason also for chanting loudly at first. It isn't to get God's attention, but to focus our own thoughts and feelings. It is when we are inwardly focused that we should chant softly, with increasingly inward awareness. As we chant or pray, then, we should listen inwardly for his answer. True prayer is a whispered call to God. Its effectiveness deepens not on the mere repetition of word formulae, but on focused attention. Devotion, ultimately, is what wins him. My guru wrote in one of his whispers from eternity, 'Oh, how maddening! I can pray no more with words, but only with the whispered yearning of my soul.' This is the secret of true prayer. The more one goes beyond outwardness into inward silence, the more one becomes aware of what my guru called his listening presence. Prayer and chanting become wordless finally. It is an upward yearning of the soul for its creator. We were made not only by God, but from him, out of his own consciousness. We are a part of his infinite dream. As Paramahansa Yogananda put it, the soul realizes that it was God alone who became one's individual ego. Then it woke up and realized that its reality was always God. Whisper constantly, therefore, your longing for God. The usual mantra going on in people's minds is, I must win success in this venture. I want to meet this man or this woman. I want that job, that opportunity. In that way, make your constant whisper be, Lord, beloved, reveal thyself to me. Reveal thyself. So I'm going to play the title track from the album, Mother, I Give You My Soul Call. Mother, I give you my soul, soul, soul call. You can't remain hidden anymore. You can't remain hidden anymore. Give my mother a soul, soul, soul. She can't remain hidden anymore. She can't remain hidden anymore. Come out of the more. She can't remain hidden anymore. Come out of the silent sky. Come out of the mountain glen. Come out of the silent sky, come out of the mountain glen, come out of my secret soul, come out of my secret soul, come out of my cave of silence, come out of my cave of silence. Mother, I give you my soul, 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 call. You can't remain hidden anymore. You can't remain hidden anymore. Give my mother a soul, 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 call. She can't remain hidden anymore. She can't remain hidden anymore. Come out of the silent sky, come out of the mountain glen, come out of the silent sky, come out of the mountain glen, come out of my secret soul, come out of my secret soul, come out of my cave of silence, come out of my cave of silence. Mother, I give you my soul, 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 call. You can't remain hidden anymore. You can't remain hidden anymore. Give my mother a soul, 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 call. She can't remain hidden anymore. She can't remain hidden anymore. Come out of the silent sky, come out of the mountain glen, come out of the silent sky, come out of the mountain glen, come out of my secret soul, come out of my secret soul, come out of my cave of silence, come out of my cave of silence. Mother, I give you my soul, 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 call. You can't remain hidden anymore. You can't remain hidden anymore. Give my mother a soul, 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 call. She can't remain hidden anymore. She can't remain hidden anymore. Come out of the silent sky, come out of the mountain glen, come out of the silent sky, come out of the mountain glen, come out of my secret soul, come out of my secret soul, come out of my cave of silence, come out of my cave of silence. Mother, I give you my soul, 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 call. You can't remain hidden anymore. You can't remain hidden anymore. Give my mother a soul, 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 call. She can't remain hidden anymore. She can't remain hidden anymore. Come out of the silent sky, come out of the mountain glen, come out of the silent sky, come out of the mountain glen, come out of my secret soul, come out of my secret Father, I give you my soul, 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 come. You can't remain hidden anymore. You can't remain hidden anymore. You can't remain hidden anymore. This is from another one of Swami Kriyananda's talks. Once a disciple said to Master, "I call to God with so much longing, why doesn't he come?" Master said, "That's what makes it so sweet when he does come. You have to want it with all your heart, and then he will come easily." Once when Master was at the Dakshineswar Kali temple, he was praying and praying for Divine Mother to appear, but she didn't reveal herself. Finally, they were about to close the doors, and he prayed with extra urgency. Then, at last, she appeared. Master said that God sometimes tests a devotee to see if he or she really wants him, and then he manifests. This is typical of the path. When you have that kind of longing, he can't resist you. You are as important to him as Jesus Christ, Buddha, or any of the great saints who have ever lived. It's not your unworthiness that keeps him from you. It's your lukewarm devotion. When you want him and him only, then he will come. He has to come, because it's God's nature to give himself. And this passage that, this episode that Swami Kriyananda refers to, Yogananda describes in his autobiography, and it's just a thrilling story, and so I thought I'd read it tonight. You may recall that Yogananda's sister Roma asked her brother Yogananda to help her to convert her husband, who was her husband Satish, who was a bit of a skeptic and kind of mocking her spiritual life. And so they had decided, the three of them, to go to this temple in Dakshineswar dedicated to Kali. And it helps if I get the right page here. And Satish did, his only demand really was that they be served lunch while they were at this temple. And so they arrive at the temple, and Yogananda tells them, "I'm going to go meditate now, and don't worry about lunch. Divine Mother's going to look after it." And Satish says, "I do not trust Divine Mother to do a single thing for you, but I will hold you personally responsible for my food." So this is Yogananda now. "I proceeded alone to the colonnaded hall which fronts the large temple of Kali, or Mother Nature. Selecting a shady spot near one of the pillars, I arranged my body in the lotus posture. Although it was only about 7 o'clock, the morning sun would soon be oppressive. The world receded as I became devotionally entranced. My mind was concentrated on Goddess Kali, whose image at Dakshineswar had been the special object of adoration by the great master Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa. In answer to his anguished demands, the stone image of this very temple had often taken a living form and conversed with him. Silent Mother with stony heart, I prayed, thou becamest filled with life at the request of thy beloved devotee Ramakrishna. Why dost thou not also heed the wails of this yearning son of thine? My aspiring zeal increased boundlessly, accompanied by a divine peace. Yet when the 5 hours had passed and the goddess whom I was inwardly visualizing had made no response, I felt slightly disheartened. Sometimes it is a test by God to delay the fulfillment of prayers, but he eventually appears to the persistent devotee in whatever form he holds dear. A devout Christian sees Jesus, a Hindu beholds Krishna or the goddess Kali, or an expanding light if his worship takes an impersonal turn. Reluctantly, I opened my eyes and saw that the temple doors were being locked by a priest in conformance with the noon hour custom. I rose from my secluded seat under the open roofed hall and stepped into the courtyard. Its stone floor was scorching under the midday sun. My bare feet were painfully burned. "Divine Mother," I silently remonstrated, "thou dost not come to me in vision, and now thou art hidden in the temple behind closed doors. I wanted to offer a special prayer to thee today on behalf of my brother-in-law." My inward petition was instantly acknowledged. First, a delightful cold wave descended over my back and under my feet, banishing all discomfort. Then, to my amazement, the temple became greatly magnified. Its large door slowly opened, revealing the stone figure of Goddess Kali. Gradually it changed into a living form, smilingly nodding in greeting, thrilling me with joy indescribable. As if by a mystic syringe, the breath was withdrawn from my lungs. My body became very still, though not inert. An ecstatic enlargement of consciousness followed. I could see clearly for several miles over the Ganges River to my left and beyond the temple into the entire Dakshineswar precincts. The walls of all buildings glimmered transparently. Through them I observed people walking to and fro over distant acres. Though I was breathless and my body was in a strangely quiet state, yet I was also able to move my hands and feet freely. For several minutes I experimented in closing and opening my eyes. In either state I saw distinctly the whole Dakshineswar panorama. Spiritual sight, X-ray-like, penetrates into all matter. The divine eye is center everywhere, circumference nowhere. I realized anew, standing there in the sunny courtyard, that when man ceases to be a prodigal child of God, engrossed in a physical world, indeed dream, baseless as a bubble, he re-inherits his eternal realms. If escapism be in need of man cramped by his narrow personality, can any escape compare with the majesty of omnipresence? In my sacred experience at Dakshineswar, the only extraordinarily enlarged objects were the temple and the form of the goddess. Everything else appeared in its normal dimensions, although each was enclosed in a halo of mellow light, white, blue, and pastel rainbow hues. My body seemed to be of ethereal substance, ready to levitate. Fully conscious of my material surroundings, I was looking about me and taking a few steps without disturbing the continuity of the blissful vision. Behind the temple walls, I suddenly glimpsed my brother-in-law as he sat under the thorny branches of a sacred bell tree. I could effortlessly discern the course of his thoughts. Somewhat uplifted under the holy influence of Dakshineswar, his mind yet held unkind reflections about me. I turned directly to the gracious form of the goddess. "Divine Mother," I prayed, "wilt thou not spiritually change my sister's husband?" The beautiful figure, hitherto silent, spoke at last. "Thy wish is granted." I looked happily at Satish. As though instinctively aware that some spiritual power was at work, he rose resentfully from his seat on the ground. I saw him running behind the temple. He approached me, shaking his fist. The all-embracing vision disappeared. No longer could I see the glorious goddess. The towering temple was reduced to its ordinary size minus its transparency. Again, my body sweltered under the fierce rays of the sun. I jumped to the shadow of the pillared hall where Satish pursued me angrily. I looked at my watch. It was 1 o'clock. The divine vision had lasted an hour. As the story goes on, Satish reprimands Yogananda, and then a priest walks out and says that he had seen their party, and although it's against the customary rules, he had set aside lunch for them. And Satish then became very silent and changed his life. And Yogananda goes on to say that years later he visited his sister, and that he had become a very deep meditator and had advanced quite far spiritually as a result of his dedicated practice. So really beautiful story. So let's chant now, "What lightning flash," and just try to visualize what that must have been like to behold that vision in the temple with the goddess Kali. Let's try that again. My life is for the Lord, who is untouched by desires of his worlds, he whose enchanting images beyond compare, and who is joy personified, who is joy personified. Wonderful light of our universe, and the universe beyond phenomena, beyond phenomena. The life of my life is you, wonderful light of this universe, and life beyond. The life of my life is you, the life of my life is you. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled thrilled through and through, seeing thee. I am thrilled through and through. My life is for the Lord, who is untouched by desires of his words. He whose enchanting images beyond compare, and who is joy personified, who is joy personified. Wonderful light of our universe, and the universe beyond phenomena, beyond phenomena. The life of my life is you, wonderful light of this universe, and life beyond. The life of my life is you, the life of my life is you. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. My life is for the Lord, who is untouched by desires of his words. He whose enchanting images beyond compare, and who is joy personified, who is joy personified. Wonderful light of our universe, and the universe beyond phenomena, beyond phenomena. The life of my life is you, wonderful light of this universe, and life beyond. The life of my life is you, the life of my life is you. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee, I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee I am thrilled through and through. Seeing thee I am thrilled through and through. What lightning flash glimmers in thy face, Mother? What lightning flash glimmers in thy face? Seeing thee I am thrilled through and through. 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 This next reading comes from the Essence of Self-Realization. And this is Yogananda here speaking. And this, we'll do one more chant after this reading, and then we'll have about a 7 to 10 minute meditation, and then we'll close with healing prayers. The desires of incarnations keep one endlessly wandering. Once, however, a sincere longing for God awakens in the heart, liberation is already assured, even though the process takes more incarnations. For that longing for God, too, is a desire and must be fulfilled eventually. This is in the Valley of Sorrow. 1,000 years, or maybe just until tomorrow. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years, or till tomorrow. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years, or till tomorrow. But I'll wait to see only you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. Just for you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years, or till tomorrow. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years, or till tomorrow. But I'll wait to see only you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. Just for you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. But I'll wait to see only you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. Just for you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. But I'll wait to see only you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. Just for you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. But I'll wait to see only you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. Just for you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. In the valley of sorrow, 1,000 years or till tomorrow. But I'll wait to see only you, just you. My Lord, I'll wait to see only you, just you. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. My heart's aflame, my soul's afire. Just for you, just you. My Lord, I want to see only you, just you. My Lord, I'll wait to see only you, just you. My Lord, let's take the peace and joy and other uplifting qualities that we've felt from this evening and send this out into the world where it's needed so much. Visualizing this planet surrounded by Divine Mother's healing light, nurturing, supporting, uplifting all those who reach out to it. Divine Mother, Thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all Thy children. Manifest Thy healing presence in all bodies, all minds, all souls. Peace. Amen. Thank you, dear ones, for joining me this evening. If you enjoyed the music, I encourage you to check out the CD in the boutique, Soul Call. Get yours while they're still around. And have a blessed evening. Joy to you.